Hello, gamers. Before we start this presentation, I have a very important announcement. I am swapping my schedule around a little bit due to scheduling stuff with some people. Uh, my streaming schedule will now be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at noon Pacific Standard Time. Uh, That being said, you can still find me on Twitch now on those days. If you like my stuff, consider following me there even. You can also find me on Bluesky and Tumblr at BigBoyArt1, as well as here on YouTube. I would really appreciate a lick and subscribble. And with that, back to your regularly scheduled program. Hello, hello, hello. I am here. I am here. It is a wonderful day. How is everybody? I have I have what is known as gamer hydration, also known as water. Uh, I highly recommend y'all stay hydrated. Make sure to drink water and make sure it's good water. While I set up the music, and I apologize to irregular gremlin that I don't have a playlist set up yet with the music that they suggested in the Discord. But I do have this music ready at the moment. This is sort of a slapdash sort of stream. I don't have an overlay yet for Gamedev, but I have a layout kind of working. I'm very excited to be on this journey, this funny educational journey. Let me. Okay, there we go. My phone's battery is at 40%, but that should be fine. I am going to switch over to Godot Time. Ah, it's black. I see. I see. What a silly thing. Also, you're probably wondering why it's like this. It's because I set it up so that in like the top right corner, I could have the game working. So let me get get that up. There we go. It's a tiny little guy in the corner. And as you can see with the tiny little guy, right before stream, I managed to make the little guy move. I'm probably gonna change it around this layout a bit, but I rather enjoy. I rather enjoy this layout right now. I just need to get a nice frame for everything. This is technically not my first time programming anything, but like the last time I did any sort of movement, I figured out how to do like top-down movement, which is not what we're going to be doing in this game that I'm working on right here, because it is going to be a 2D platformer. And a friend of mine and frequent viewer of this channel here on Twitch, the engineer, suggested to me to change up the game idea I start with to be a lot more manageable, so I'm doing that. Today I'm just gonna be trying to get everything like the movement situated kind of correct. I have a basic sprite here that I'm bouncing with here, very funny and silly. I basically did this sprite. I did the sketch yesterday, and I basically whipped out the entire like coloring and stuff in like 10 minutes. So it's as you can see, very work in progress. I'm kind of just following tutorials right now because I don't know what to do. But I did figure out how to do some things. And the first thing I'm gonna start with on stream is go okay, at export. It should have done something. Oh, I put that in the wrong place. There we go. I was looking at the wrong thing. And now I can see, right up here, I can see the walk speed that I set. And I can change it here at any time. Like, let's say I did 300 and now they're faster. Or if I wanted to lower it down to like 250 maybe. I could just do that from there. Like, look at that. Look at the little guy go on the top. I'm insanely happy with this. Let me lower the volume of the music down a little bit for myself, actually. There we go. And like, this is a very small thing, and I was mostly following tutorials. I am already like so happy with it. I'm already so happy with how this has been turning out. There's a couple other things that I'm gonna be like a couple other tutorial type things I'm gonna be learning from today. Oh, and the cat wants in. Hey, Ninos. How are you? I'm happy to see you. Yeah, you want up? Hey. Yeah, I have three cats in total, and two of them are in here. One of which is sleeping on a dedicated cat bed. I'm so happy with this. You can see the little guy on top. You you can see it bouncing around. Yeah, if I change wrong window, I have many windows open. I am letting the air into my computer, going through my code. Most of this isn't even mine yet. This I'm just working off like the basic template and doing stuff. But still, the fact that it works, like the fact that it works already. I know I sort of skipped the funny "Hello World" thing. Oh, what did that mean? When I swapped over, it changed a little thing. Uh, yeah, there we go. I am so happy with this so far. What does that zero mean? Sometimes it's doing that, and I don't understand, but I'm very excited. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do after having export into like that top right is fixing the movement so it's a bit more dynamic. Doo doo. Okay, so how I figured it out, or how I'm figuring it out. So basically, with how this is working, because it's adding in like the walk speed number, and like the velocity, uh, the velocity dot x and direction, like all this, it is basically causing the walk to stop immediately instead of having like a slowdown. And I want to have a little bit of a slowdown. So I'm looking at a thing to figure out how to do that. By the way, this is Godot. I'm using GD script because it just seems to work better for my brain in terms of just like how the whole thing works. And so yeah, Godot seems to work best for my brain in terms of how everything is functioned. The nodes system so far makes sense because of how everything is like, there's this, and then these things are the child of this thing. And then, what's it going over? Is it if I hover over this? That's weird. Yeah, it's if I hover over that, it becomes big. Okay. Okay, that is interesting because I don't see that. That's not what I see on my end. Should be fine, should be fine. I don't know what forward plus means, but it said it was for computer and like, I looked around on some forums. It said that forward plus was the best uh best rendering thing. The best rendering method. And like instead of compatibility or mobile. And I don't quite know what that means. I don't quite know what that means yet. I'll need to figure out what a rendering thing, like what the rendering actually means at the moment. But like, we're here, we're figuring it out. Okay, so I need to so it seems like I need to create a new variable. So what I'm gonna do is enter to have things make sense. Var what should I call it? Deceleration. Yeah, DECELERATION. DECELERATION. Alright, there we go. Var deceleration. Should I? Equals. Let's say 0. It looks like it has to be a 0 point something. So I'm gonna start with 0.1 and see how that works. So I'm gonna have to go to go to this. Okay, it might not be noticeable on your guys' end because he's tiny. He's a tiny little guy on the screen, and I need to figure out how to zoom in on the camera more. But that is another thing that I've got to do. Yeah, that's another thing I'm gonna do on today's stream. I don't know how long I'm gonna go for. But one thing I'm gonna try and do. I forgot what I was gonna try and do. Oh yeah, camera. Is camera stuff. To have like a smooth camera that follows the character. Because right now they are tiny. They are a very tiny individual on the top right of my screen, and I'd like them to be a little bigger. It's just the way I'm doing the hold on, what does the exclamation points mean? Let me see them. Uh oh, that's just telling me the rendering thing I have, the device. Apparently apparently I have a 3050 in this laptop. It's the laptop version, but like apparently I have a 3050, guys. That's not a bad graphics card. This is a I don't know why that popped up. But yeah, no, that is better than I thought it would be. I'm using 4.3 stable official version right now. Even though or yeah, 4.3. Even though 4.4 like just came out. 4.4 just came out, and so I might try that. What if I raised it to like 0.2 and then like replayed it? Okay. That feels different, but I can't quite tell what. Okay, I should also export it, so I'm going to go at export. There we go. Okay, export. Okay, so export range is giving me an error. Oh, because I need some things. Okay, okay, because I need a range of things. So 0, comma 1. There we go. Okay. And then reload this. What if it was 0? Okay, so 0 is not great. What if I did 0.5? Okay, I figured out why stuff wasn't working. Okay, so walks velocity equals move towards velocity x comma 0 comma walk speed. And then I need to times it by deceleration, which means deceleration. Let's see how this works. Okay. If I move it all the way to 1, it's just walk speed. But let's say it was 0.5, and I assume reload. Also, you're probably wondering why well, I don't know if you can see it is the thing. Oh, you can't. Okay, so the working title of this game is Elevator Game for a very specific reason. It is inspired by uh it's going to be. inspired by that one Rayman Legends level of 20,000 Lumps Under the Sea, where you have to go down an elevator and fight enemies. I already have a design doc, kind of. I already have, like, sort of the maximum scope. Pardon me for coughing. So I already have a maximum scope that I want. I have a number of enemies that I want. I have a number of bosses I want. I have a number of, like, environment mechanics I want. And I have the the player movement mechanics that I want. And they're all written down already. And so I'm gonna do my best to not have scope creep in this project. Which I feel like is very important. Okay, so I'm gonna need to look at how this dude does camera. Alright. Item looking. Sorry it's not a super action-packed stream. Programming is never really super action-packed. I'm just kind of having a chill time. Okay. Okay, so I need to have acceleration be another export range. So I'm going to enter. No. Enter at export range 0, comma, space 1. Var acceleration equal, not plus, equals. Okay, equals 0.2. There we go. Okay. And if I redo this and have it open again, I'm definitely getting a different feel. It's definitely feeling different. This definitely has a very different feeling to how things were previously. There we go. Sorry about the stuff happening when I reload the top right window. Yep, and player, we are in the code. I do not want to mess with letters at the moment, because that sounds like a not great idea for a range. Fun fact about letters, sometimes letters mean stuff in math. Sometimes letters actually mean something. So, let's say I were to have this be 0.2i, for instance, or 0.2e. That would mean something completely different than 0.2. Because those letters represent, like, weird, kind of almost pseudo-imaginary numbers. I'm not super knowledgeable in it. I took just enough math in college so far to, like, get the requirements for my other stuff. So I'm not super knowledgeable. But, like, you know, I'm seeing if the guy is moving. There we go. I like that you can see my cursor in the window that I'm on. I really like that OBS is doing that. It is insanely cool and awesome, actually. Like, unironically, sometimes I say that as like a sarcastic bit. Let me reload that and have that be that. There we go. Don't mind the thing going on again. I need to. Okay, if I full screen that, that doesn't help. That just makes it more difficult to see because it doesn't actually increase the viewing window. Okay, okay, things are making sense. I really, really like that things are kind of working already. This is definitely giving me good vibes. I'm getting good vibes from this. I can't wait to solve all these problems. God, is this why people like doing game dev? I think it is. I think this is why people like it. Okay, so velocity x equals move toward velocity x. Okay, so delta is so direction times walk speed, comma, walk speed times acceleration. Okay. So for this one would be another move toward. Because move toward means that it works on a range. Okay, direction times walk speed, comma. How did he do it? Let's see. Walk speed times acceleration. Something I'm sort of learning with this. Let me close parentheses real quick. Too few arguments for a move toward call. Okay, I need to fix that. Oh, I need it to be velocity dot x as the first variable. Okay. Okay. Okay, the error message went away. The error message went away, but does that mean that works? Does it mean that works is sort of the thing. Yes. Yes, it's working. I can feel like the slow speeding up and moving down. I like that. I like that. I like this. I love this process so far. It's very cool. It's very cool and very sick. I'm very happy with this. Oh, I got a buzz on my phone. That's interesting. It's not a notification I care about. You know, look at this. Look at this little guy on the top of the screen. Look at how he's moving. I had a shift value for like a sprint, but I'm on the with the guy I'm following. He hasn't gotten to like the sprint yet. So like this is just the walking velocity and right now 250 seems right. I might change it. I might change it to like walk speed is 300. because it is going to be fast-paced and precision. Uh, a little bit. Okay, so yeah, I can feel the acceleration. Right, so like if you look close, I'm gonna have it in the middle of the window. I'm gonna have it in the middle of the window here. All right, there we go. I'm gonna have my fingers not on the A and S key, which I figured out how to bind things to movement. And what that means is it should be easy to do controller support later. Which lucky thing I have a controller to try it out with. Uh, okay, so yeah, like it's pretty fast. It's definitely pretty fast, but you can definitely see you can definitely see like it speeding up and slowing down. Once I go through this dude's stuff, for like what I want to add for this character, I'll figure out how to do like an attack thing later once I figure out other stuff. That's not exactly the most important thing right now. Yeah, no, I need to figure out some stuff with that. But I like this. I like this a lot. And there's another video I'm gonna follow after this because there's some stuff from that I want to take into this. Like specifically, there's a thing about jump velocity. Like you can see, I can jump. I can like move in a jump direction. But let's say I'm in the air and have a jump direction with this and stop midair. I just sort of fall. I just sort of fall instead of having an arc. And what I want to add is I want there to be an arc to the jump. Uh, like when you stop pressing the button. I hate advertisements. Oh my God. I hope you guys are not hearing this because it's on a different uh audio thing. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I didn't do this beforehand because it seems it's the same process as here is at export var run speed equals, let's say, double, like that. What does this arrow mean? I don't know what that means. Okay, so there's walk speed, which is, yeah, I can reset to 200. I'm gonna move this to be default 200, like a 300 actually, and maybe have run speed be 500. No, I didn't mean to do that. I'm used to enter being like confirmed, but enter here is like entering text because this is entering text. Okay, variable called speed. Okay, so after physics process, maybe. Where am I looking? Okay. Okay, so I need to go. Well, I could put it anywhere, but I want to put it in a place that makes sense. And the problem is I don't understand what makes sense right now. Right, I need to tab because tab is how you uh tell what things belong to what. So, yeah, tab. A tab goes to character body. Actually, okay. There we go. Okay. Var for variable speed. So there is a var speed now. Okay. If input is action pressed, which you can see here with the other, with like jump, input dot is action pressed. If input see if input is action pressed. Okay. Input dot is action pressed. No? No. No. Is action pressed or? Yeah, it's just is action pressed. Then I need to run. I called it run. Uh, okay. Okay, I did something wrong here. Oh, I need to. You know what? That was case sensitive. input dot is action pressed run. There we go. There we go. Colon. And I need to go in here and go speed equals run speed. Okay. What issue are you giving me? Line 17 unused variable. The location variable of speed. Okay, var speed. He's probably getting that because I can't tell where I'm going wrong there. Okay, it says speed equals run speed here. And var speed here. Okay. Okay, else speed equals walk speed. Don't touch my phone. Else speed equals walk speed. Colon. There we go. And it says that 17 is still being unused. What am I doing wrong? Okay, so var speed. If input is action pressed run, speed equals run speed. Else speed equals walk speed. But what is speed? Okay, acceleration. In the acceleration one, which is this one, change walk speed here to just speed. Okay, that seems to have gotten rid of my yellow exclamation point triangle. Don't know what that is, but it seems like it's an unused feature. Okay, so we have the walk here. This is the walk speed, it's pretty fast. And look, I'm zooming. I'm zooming on the top right. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Look how cool this is. I'm having a little guy run on the top right. Look at that. Look how cool that is. I did a thing. And if I stop press, so if I sprint and stop, you can see the deceleration. You can see how I speed up when I start sprinting. And even when I stop pressing sprint, it has a deceleration to the walk speed. Look how cool that is! I'm doing a thing! Look how sick that is! This already feels good. Look at that. That's so sick. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy running that I made. Look at that. Look how sick that is. Look at him go. Okay, I could actually lower the speed of the run to like, or not the run, to the walk to 250 and then reload it. Yeah, so that there's the fast run speed, right? So here's the fast run speed, and the walk is a little bit slower, so that you can get like a little bit more precision. My leg is falling asleep because there's a cat on me. Oh, you don't need to get off. Okay, love you. Alright. Let me readjust, because like a quarter of my body is now numb because my cat is very silly. Hi. Hi. Hello. I'm happy to see you. Hmm. I'm going from game playing to game making. Yeah, look at him as he like scoots and then he sprint. If you go really fast back and forth, like you can really feel it. Sorry about that. I have to. I hate dealing with those bots so much. They suck, and I wish that they would stop going. Chip viewers on insert thing here on like. I'm assuming only things that only things that like or only streams that don't have many viewers. It feels kind of predatory to me. I really don't like that. Wee, 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 yippee. Yeah, the speed actually feels really good that I did, and then the walk is slower. And then you can sort of go about and do things and stuff, and God, I really like having the little game window on the top right. Just like at all times. Like, look at that. I'll just need to have a cool overlay for all this eventually. Maybe it'll look like a carnival. Or like or like the behind the scenes like crafting of sort of a carnival uh type situation. Okay, so here's what I have learned so far. So export is exporting the number. Export range means that with these two variables here, like in the range of 0 and 1, for instance, you can have a slider of like it can only be within this. A variable is the different from a constant because it can change. I'm not sure what the difference between those two are yet, but I know they're different. I know they're different, and that's very cool. I know func means function. I know if statements now. I know they exist. I know the else statement here, and I need to add a colon for a lot of this stuff, like if and else statements. And also, it looks like functions as well. I know that tab, like pressing tab, can show which bit of code is sort of like a parent bit of code or a child bit of code, I guess is the best way of putting it. Sort of like the node system, or like it follows, like for instance, the if you tab, and then it's if this, then this, and then else, and then this is subservient of else. So I am learning many things. I didn't mean to press A there. Rip. Ripping a pippis. So I have player GD right here is what it's called. But I might change the name of the script to player movement. And the beauty of all this is that I can reuse all my knowledge for this on my next game project, which will be that cloud platformer. Because I really like that game idea and I want to do it. And I get to sort of force uh my will onto my code. Hi there. You want in? Here we go. Make sure that you have plenty of lunch. I fed them before coming on stream like usual. I just want to make sure that they actually eat it. They seem to have been getting bored of the food that they were having previously. So, oh, it's good that we use that up so that now they have new food that maybe they're not so bored with. Godot Time. I'm looking at yeah, all right. So the default jump thing already works pretty well. I kind of want to change it a little bit. Okay, so const jump. Okay, so basically what I'm learning from this, like learning from this guy, is that in a lot of cases, at least for him and maybe for me later, is that a lot of constants equals Negative 400. There we go, and add spaces so that it's easier to see. And also interject into. And then I can get rid of this constant. And then go jump force. There. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense and is good. That makes sense and is very good and awesome. I don't know what that does for me yet, changing that. Okay, it seems like that was set up for something incredibly based. And that's variable jump height. I know I'm just following tutorials right now, but like I'm learning. Okay. The way he worded that is a little weird, so I'm gonna go, export range. Zero, comma, space, one. Oh, it thinks that I want to add it to the function right now. Var jump decelerate. Var jump. Jump deceleration. Or yeah, decelerate. There we go. Now I can see it on the thing in the back. There we go. Now we're gaming. In fact, I might even say we're gamers. Okay, export range 0.1 var jump decelerate. Equals something. So equals 0. I'll start with 0.5. Yeah, I'll start with 0.5. This is the funny thing is this is starting to kind of make sense to me. I'm starting to understand these like little tidbits of basics. I'm starting to become the knower. Right now, these bits of the stuff here don't really do anything, so I'm learning. Okay, underneath physics process, here, and underneath velocity, here, right? Yes. I'm gonna put it next to jump. I'm gonna, I'm gonna put it next to jump, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna put it next to jump because that makes more sense in my brain. There we go. Yeah, that makes kind of sense to me, and I get to get rid of that and that. And I'll have a space here, which I technically don't need, but it makes it easier for me to see what goes where. Yeah, then I can do this and it'll be good for me. Should I do it that way? Hold on. Does he do it that way? Yes. Yes, he does do it that way. Okay. If action is just okay, if input dot is action just released. If input, not input, input dot is action just released, jump. And velocity.y. Okay, so we're learning velocity.x and velocity.y, which I assume means x and y coordinates. That's what I'm assuming. That might be a dangerous assumption. And velocity.y is less than 0. Velocity.y 0 colon. Okay. Velocity. Okay, velocity dot y times equals. Can somebody help explain that? Well, let me see. Chat. Oh, I started earlier today. I did not on my time. And the reason for that, fun fact, Gremlin, also hello, is because yesterday was daylight savings time. Or this morning at 2 a.m. So, it is the same time for me, as it was before then. I hate daylight savings time. Daylight savings time sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? Look at the top right of the stream. Look, I have a little guy that works. And I can sprint him. He's sprinting up on there, tiny in the top right. Sano, how are you? Okay, velocity.y times equals. Alright, glad to hear it. Jump decelerate. Alright, so I did a thing. I did a thing that I think is awesome. I just need to reload the thing on the top right real quick. I might need to adjust the jump height to make it easier to see it. You know what, that's fine. I mean, I'm very glad that you're able to catch more. It's just I'm also glad that you don't have to deal with daylight savings time yet. Yeah, no, it's probably a little hard to see on the top right, there. But I've I've learned variable jump height. Look at look at that, jumping a little, jumping a lot, jumping a jumping a little, jumping a lot. It's very cool. I I get why people like doing this now, because you do a little thing and then just see your little bits of progress, and then you just like it's like constant little dopamine hits. My ADHD rattled brain loves this. I tell you. You make a little progress, you get a little message saying what's wrong, or a little reward of like, hey, it works. You're awesome, actually. Okay, I'm skipping a thing that I'm gonna figure out on my own later. And I'm gonna look at how to do camera now because the guy's a little tiny on the screen. Okay, so main scene? Okay. Okay, I'm figuring it out. So, here we go. I have to do this to go to main, player, add, node. Camera 2D, create. There we go. Okay, Gracie, you want out? There we go, love you. Man, yesterday engineer kind of convinced me to start on a much smaller project that I could just sort of like, uh, steal code from this and work on it with that. Like the bigger project. So I'm doing what is now like currently being called elevator game because it's based on the elevator level in Rayman Legends, 20,000 Lums Under the Sea. And so I'm very excited to figure out how to do a lot of that stuff. The easiest thing to do, I think, the two easiest things are probably character movement, which is what I'm doing now, and doing basically move platforms that move with collision and the saw blades, because there are going to be saw blades in the game that damage you, and that seems simple because it's a an object that moves and has a hurt box, and the only way, like, it doesn't actually like rotate, that's just the animation. You can have a constant like hurt box on it. So, like, those things seem to be simple. What I'm interested in figuring out is how I'm going to get everything to, like, either cheat it and have everything else move up, or to have uh the elevator you're on moving down, and have you like stick on it, like have your momentum stick with the platform. I'm oh, this is Godot 4.3. 4.4 is technically out now, but I have not updated, and I'm kind of scared to update because they added some cool stuff. Is it a V6 or a V4? You, you know I gotta go for a V4. I'm not super familiar with i5s. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so now I have camera. I have camera 2D. I have it on this now. And I have to go to my 2D scene, and I have to see the camera. So the player thing is technically there, but I want the actual camera to be centered on the sprite. Yeah, I want it to be centered on the sprite there. And then if I do this and run it again, it looks weird. It looks weird because that's wrong. Ah, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Um, that's a little complicated though. That's what Outer Wilds does. Fun fact. Fun fact in Outer Wilds, and I watched a dev commentary on this. The entire world and all like the physics simulations to get it to work center around the player, which is really fascinating. Yeah, if I move it like this, it is still the character's still working. It's just that like you kind of can't tell. You kind of can't tell right now because you kind of can't tell at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I kind of liked where it was originally, so I'm gonna move it over to like there, and then zoom out. I'm going to zoom out and have I have to go back a bit because he tells a different thing in another tutorial that I don't need right now. Okay, okay, I figured a thing out there. Okay. Alright, so for this static body 2D, I'm going to do I add sprite or node? Ah, I add a node. Okay. Of course I add a node. Yeah, of course I add a node. But what node am I adding? He's not telling me. What's in control? Okay, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot, but also I'm very smart. Color rect. If I do that, and I extend the shape like this, and then I can actually show the camera moving with like a with like an object. Look at that. Alright, how... We need to see the zoom. Let's say zoom 5, and then, there we go. Well, that's a little too much. Let's say zoom 3. There we are. Okay, that feels a little better. There we go. Let's make the color a little, like, slightly better. A slightly better color. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. It technically goes on forever, but I'm probably gonna limit the space. Yeah, I'm probably gonna, like, limit the space a little bit more, so I might, new node, static body, 2D, create, then add, collision shape, world border, like that. And then rotate, or not rotate, I think it's, yeah, I'm gonna have it like that. World border shape. The world shape is being bordered and it's very cool. I'm going to rename you to Floor Collision. And you are going to be Wall. Wall collision left. And then, yeah, floor collision. There we go. Floor collision, wall collision left. And then I stop there. It's awesome and cool and gaming. I'm very happy with how it's turning out. Look at that. Look at that little guy. Look at him go. Look at him run. Look how happy he is. He's just sort of frolicking around on the rectangle. If I walk slowly. Now that he's zoomed in, kind of like this, the jump height's not so bad. I might want to increase it a little bit. Yeah, player, script. Let's see the jump. Let's see if I can make sense of this without a tutorial. Okay, jump force. If input is action just pressed, jump, and is on floor, velocity y equals jump force. What if I increased it to like 450 or something like that? How about 425? How does 425 look? That is looking pretty good. I'd say that's looking pretty stellar, even. I'm very happy with this. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at that little dude go. Yeah. Awesome. Like, I know this doesn't seem like a whole lot right now, but it will. It will look like a lot. Let me add another node there and let me see 2D. And let's have it be also like this. There we go. How did I morph this shape? Why am I not morphing this shape? How d why did I just forget the important act of changing object shape? That's a weird thing to like know and then suddenly forget. Oh, yeah, of course, it's a, it's a tool on the top right. Of course, I feel not very intelligent. I'm learning though. I'm learning. And learning is very cool and awesome. I enjoy learning. I enjoy learning, and I thoroughly believe that others should also enjoy learning. Because learning is how you know stuff. If you never learn, you'll never know things. There we go. Okay. Redo that. And yeah, and then there's the wall. Hmm. I'm insanely happy with this. Let me get rid of chat there, because I'll know if there's a new chat message because I'll see it in multiple places. So that I can see the little guy in the top right. Look at him. Look at him go. Layer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing a thing. Yeah. I might actually move and readjust the chat later. Once I get like this whole format down. Should be fine, should be fine. I'm just kind of playing around with my little guy here. Look at this little guy. I've made progress. I've done things. I understand how to add like collision shapes now. Look at him go on the top right. Actually, no, I was wrong about what the hardest thing to program is probably going to be. I think the hardest thing to program that's in the plan for this game is the procedurally generated uh, obstacles in the elevator and the procedural generation for the uh, like elevator levels that you have to go out of to go into rather to do the level, beat the boss, and activate the thingamajig in order to start the elevator up again and go further down. So like that procedural stuff is gonna be probably the most difficult to program. I should probably figure out how to do that pretty soon. I should probably figure out how that works like pretty soon because that's kind of the core of the game. Oh shit, Droxlive. Eh, I will probably check out that VOD. And look at this. I want to have a wall jump eventually, but I need it to not just be like a straight up. I need it to like have an arc that you have to like go back to. And I don't know how to do that. Okay, in parentheses, is on floor or is on wall. Input is Action, input dot is action just pressed in parentheses and quotations jump, and in parentheses is on floor or is on wall. I'll definitely need to reload that little bit. There we go. Hold on, I'm going to be. I have another bag of Cheetos, I guess. Congrats to me. I'm very appreciative of it. It was very sick. I, I'm gonna say it. I enjoy Cheetos. I enjoy them a great deal. They are absolutely vile as a food, but they are like they're good. I like them. It looks like that coda just like that single little bit. Like I'm doing it here right now because I don't have any other like platforms and stuff to try out yet to like show like it's it's working. It's just that I can't have the have the jump go away from the wall, which is what I really need. Mm. I enjoy a good Cheeto. Mm. I've done so much already. This is actually a thing I got from a programmer that I sort of extended to all art. Is the phrase like 80% of the work is done in 20% of the time, and then the last 20% of work is done in the last 80% of time. As it feels right now, like, oh my god, I've done like such a big thing in the game. I've done like, the player movement is very important. And I'm doing it. Uh, Another thing I'll have to do is figure out how to export it to like HIO to have people try it out and give feedback. Because itch.io seems like a wonderful place to like put your work in progress things and then have people just find it and play it and then they'll just give you feedback. That's wonderful. I need to get the core loop down first though, I think. Isn't it wonderful, Gordon? All right. Alright, things are working and are very cool. Wow, the delay. But yeah, no, like look at this shit. I kind of have a wall jump-ish thing working. It's just not working how I want it to work. Yet. Like, look, that's sick as hell. It's only took like one extra variable. I'm just sort of marveling at this before I continue doing like, little things to make the it feel better. Like, it doesn't feel, the thing is, it doesn't feel like bad movement. I'm gonna have some more Cheetos before I continue. Do you think Anakin Skywalker hates Cheetos because they're coarse, rough, irritating, and the dust gets everywhere? I think so. Okay, so I'm going to need a on-wall animation, or like an on-wall animation, a jump animation, an idle animation, a walking animation, a running animation, and maybe a duck animation. Probably a duck animation. What makes these easier is I've decided to do the Rayman thing of having like the hands and feet not have arms and legs attached to them. It's honestly I'm the artist and the programmer on this. The only thing I'm not doing is music, basically. And so sometimes I just kind of need to make the workload a bit less for myself, and I need to remember that constantly torturing myself with work is not a good idea, like constantly. I like doing it, but doing it all the time will burn me out. I'm so happy with the little guy. Okay, I'm continuing on the camera. Okay, so I need to main camera 2D, inspector, position smoothing on. Let me look at this real quick. Okay. And I'll need to maybe like 2 would be better. Okay, now it's a little bit jittery when I move. But that's definitely a good idea. I'm gonna lower that down a little bit more though. That actually kind of looks more like I'm moving, which is wonderful. This is very good. And it actually kind of looks like I'm moving up and down. Like with this camera. There is some issues though, which I think I'm gonna look at the tutorial for. Okay, so I need to look at drag. That's what I need to look at, and I'm gonna need to play with. I just don't understand what it means yet. Okay, horizontal and vertical drag. I think it should have a limit where I have to stay within a certain amount of the screen. This is definitely an improvement on the camera. This is definitely a very big improvement. It's just I want the camera to follow a little better. Okay, and what else do I need to look at? Something physics. Okay, it's called process callback. So that's what I need to find. Process callback physics. Rotate. Okay, that speed is a little slow now, so I'm going to increase the speed. Yeah, let's do that. And then... There we go. That looks like, that looks good. That looks good. That kind of feels good. I like these nodes because there are points where it kind of just does the programming hard, like it does the hard bits for you. Like I can go into settings and be like, I want the camera to be like this. I'm free. There we go. Oh, there's not a maximum velocity. It looks like. So I keep going down and I keep speeding up and the camera just follows really fast. How far can I go up? I assume forever. Okay, the timing on that is a little bit funky. I'll need to work around that. Because it looks like if I do the timing right, I can... Or I was able to do like... Yeah, an arc like that. Yeah, like that. But I want to make that accessible. I wonder how I do, like, making the wall jumps a little more difficult. I wonder how I do that. I'll figure that out. Okay. And I'm just sort of feeling around like what is good? What works, what doesn't work, what do I need to do? I definitely need to do a better wall. I need to do a better wall jump. I need to have like some like a short bit of time on the wall before I slide down again. Like I need some wall friction when I'm like jumping on the wall. And I need to make the wall jump satisfying. I think what this sort of the whole deal is gonna be, like this whole like green room that I'm sort of making here. I think this whole thing is just gonna be like testing out player mechanics. That seems like a good idea to me. What I like with how I did like the movement controls is that I can easily put movement in for like a controller. And technically, as of now, the controls are simple enough that you could plug in like like a NES controller, and all these controls are simple enough. It's just left, right, jump, sprint right now, and so you could have it be like D-pad A and B, and that's it right now. Alright, let's see. I don't know why it says search the reference documentation on the stream at the moment. Air resistance. I need air resistance for jumping. What is lerp? I need to look up the lerp function. Lerp in Godot. It's interpolation. I could have guessed, but I didn't want to judge. I didn't want to, like, I don't know, assume. Okay. So I'm going to put it in my jumps. If... Okay, so it needs to be if is on floor, which seems to make... It makes sense kind of in regular language. If is not. Yeah, if is on floor. Yeah. If is on floor. I need to add the parentheses for it to be an actual function. Or not a function, an actual, thing. So if not is on floor. If not is on floor, enter tab. I need to remember to tab because I'm very based and cool. Velocity dot x equals lerp. I love some of these terms, they're very funny. Oh shit. I mean, congrats on the rain, engineer. Also, hi, you're seeing me program. Also, you can see on the top right of the screen is the little guy. I have something working a little bit. The camera's kind of following. The movement feels pretty neat. I'm just sort of in a test room. I sort of have a wall jump working. I have acceleration and deceleration. I have a sprint. Things are kind of coming along. And I realize the hardest part of this whole project, like this little project, is probably gonna be either the actual elevator movement or the hold on, I got a message, so I got distracted. Yeah, like the elevator movement and the uh the um the generation, like what did I call it? The random generation of obstacles and rooms. So like those are gonna be, I think, the hardest things for me to learn how to program, but those should be good. I mostly have the movement situated. It's just one thing I'll need to figure out later for the movement. Once I do animations, is a finite state machine. Oh, and I need to read the message. Uh, this be the elevator. Uh, this is the elevator project. This is the elevator game project, but this is not the elevator right now. This is a test room to get like the movement working. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. Uh, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to go here and say, have my BRB text because the message was, telling me to do stuff, so I will return, pretty shortly. Alright, sorry about that. I am back. Uh, basically, you know, it's my job to take care of the cats in most ways in this house. That is just kind of my job. I love my cats dearly. That includes cleaning up after them, and they made a bit of a mess, so I'm back now. Okay, velocity x equals lerp. Lerp. Okay, from variant to variant, wait, uh, and then wait variant is the lerp variables. That's very cool and based. I should be back. Oh, I forgot to switch. I forgot to switch scenes. There we go. I'm back. I'm back to actually programming now. I'm figuring stuff out. I'm doing cool things. Do I need to stop my stream and start it again? There we go. Yeah, I was having a terrible delay on my phone. There we go. Okay. Okay. The 2 variant. Okay, so from velocity x to velocity x by 0.1. Okay, and so I need to reset that window, have that be there. What is wrong with you? Colon. There we go. That doesn't seem to. That doesn't seem to. That did not seem to work. If not is on floor. Velocity equals lerp interpolation. I'm gonna try changing that. Sorry, I'm looking up. I'm looking up. I'm looking in the Godot forums. Look at me programming. Oh God, I need to take into account slopes. I how could I have forgotten slopes? I am sorry for the silence. I'm trying to figure out, and this tutorial is wrong. This is an incorrect tutorial, I think, unless I'm doing it very wrong. It looks like it has a variable in there that is not described to me, like a custom variable. This is an issue. Okay. I I I'll figure that out later, I think. And by figure it out, I mean go to like the Godot subreddit and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to figure this out. I was trying to follow a tutorial because I'm new to this." Like, and it said to do this, but it didn't. It like didn't actually work, and I'm trying to figure out what that means and what I did wrong. If velocity dot x equals lerp, if pre-velocity not described in current scope is the issue. It seems like the person I was following the tutorial for or forgot to go, all right, so here's what previous velocity means. Unless I wasn't listening, and then that's highly possible. Okay, yeah, this thing is okay. Okay, no, I just wasn't watching far enough. Yeah, I just wasn't looking. I just wasn't looking with my eyes. It should be up here where all the rest of my var things are. I think it should be. Yeah, I should probably do that and then go var prev velocity. Yeah, var prev velocity colon. Are you sure it's colon, not equals? Oh no, because vector 2. I will have to ask what the fuck vector 2 is. what is it? Learning. Lear Learning is the process of going from knowing nothing to knowing something. I'm in the stage of learning where I'm understanding how much I need to learn at this current moment. It's quite good. It's quite a good process. It feels nice to learn things. Mm. Um, maybe. Maybe it's the sad part of coding. I happen to enjoy the process of learning, so it's not too bad. It's just a little uh back and forth. Okay, so with this vector 2 error at 829, which is what is this? It's vector 2 not declared in the current scope. Setting vector 2 documentation. Thank you, Godot. Very cool. I love that you have. Oh yeah, I'm vector. Point with a point with direction and magnitude. Okay, a 2D vector using float point coordinates is what a vector 2 is. Okay, so I understand this kind of vector. I college classes have prepared me for this. That's not fair. That's not fair. Despicable Me 2 is good. Despicable Me 2 is an actively decent movie. The Reddit threads demand that I say no. Is my Oh, hold on, I think my task manager kill my PNG tuber. Thank you, Godot. Not Godot. Thank you, task manager. Okay, and then let me situate it back again. Don't mind me, and it should be there. I had that problem. I realized I had that problem with PNG Tuber Plus, during the second stream of Team Switch's Underswap. Is that it just kind of froze. It just kind of froze for a moment, but it should be back now. I should be back now. Yeah, it looks like I'm back now. Very cool. Okay, I need to explain what Vector 2 is. Machine. Machine, X out of his game engine without saving his code. Now! Okay, description. A two-element structure that can be used to represent 2D coordinates or any other pair of numeric values. I don't know what I should set those values to, though. By default, these floating points values use 32-bit precision, unlike float, which is always 64-bit. Mods, cut him down, tear him apart, splay the gore of his profane form from across the stars. I love that speech so much. It's so good. May may your woes be many and your bitches few. Let's see, vector math. Okay, I understand vector math because I had to in college, so I understand how it works. I'm just trying to figure out what points I set vector 2 to for this. I appreciate them doing math tutorials in this, though. It was very cool. It's very cool. Now I can say, hey, I'm using my math education. 'Cause I don't know. I have no hope for working for the forestry industry for like at least the next 4 years. So rip. I might as well do some cool creative stuff along the way. By the way, engineer, I have Cheetos. I have Cheetos and they're very cool and awesome. You, you miserable fuck. I will kill you and I will mail your next of kin your skull. Godot vector 2 in 2D platformer. I do not care about how to build one. It's quite simple. You might even call it shrimple. Okay, I don't need vector 2 for aiming. Okay, I'm looking at people's questions to see if other people have answers. This seems a lot more recent. It's September 2024, so it should be the version that I have of Godot. Okay, okay. I might not even need to. Oh, I don't want to do it per second though. I want to do it per tick because per second Fun fact, if you do things in a game by per second, it varies on the machine's clock, and that can lag very easily. So you don't want to do like player character physics things and like movement stuff in per second. At least that's how I understand it. That's what I was told. So if it turns out that I'm wrong, then so's the person that told me, and thus is misinformation. Let's see. Oh, thanks. I made it in maybe 5 minutes. I mean, you saw the sketch. You saw the sketch I did, and then I did the line art in color before stream, like 15 minutes. It's a very nice it is a very nice like quick sort of basic little thing. By the way, this wall technically goes up forever, but this rectangle doesn't. This movement is already really satisfying. I can control in the air a little, like, too much. Is what I'm thinking. But, like, otherwise it's pretty good. I'll do that later. I'm trying to get, like, the basics done. Ground pound's definitely a good idea, and I think I added it to the design doc channel. Yeah, I added it in the design doc channel, but with like a question mark in parentheses to be like, I want to add this, but I'm not quite sure yet. Also, variable jump height, very cool. Also, did you know that a regular jump versus a wall jump is only one extra little like variable of code? Like what I did, I can point it out here on screen. So normally it's just is on floor for the jump. It's like, oh, checks, are you on a floor surface? That's the basic. You put it all in parentheses and you go or is on wall. Bam, you already have a wall jump. I love this. I love this thing so far. Uh, Godot, I mean. This is goddamn Vector 2. Because I need that jump smoothing. I want the jump to feel good. Vertical, jump, velocity, deceleration, Godot. Something I haven't even added yet, but I want to, is Coyote Time, which basically like, a little tiny lip on every, or not lip, but like a certain like really quick timer of when you're on versus off a platform so that you can technically jump right after. Like right after you're technically off. That's easy. That's easy. I just don't need to do it yet. Okay, I got variable. I got variable jump. Oh, jump buffer. Right, I need to do jump buffer. I think jump buffer is probably more important than like air resistance. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. Then I'm going to find where I did the stupid ass lerp. There's there's the stupid ass lerp. Let's get rid of that. And then let's keep that like that. No, no, I need to put it with the jumps because that's how I'm making it make sense. As I need it to so yeah, export variable jump buffer time jump jump buffer time int equals 15. Yeah, int equals 15, and then after that I need jump buffer counter int equals something 0. The jump buffer counter int equals 0. But I don't need to export that one, so I don't get to see it very easily, but that should be fine. Va variable jump buffer counter. Int equals 0. Okay, things are making some sort of sense. Okay, if input is actually just pressed jump. If is on floor velocity time velocity.y, that's not what I did I? No, it's not. If input dot action just pressed space. Yeah, jump. Jump buffer counter equals jumper buffer. Hmm. I'm seeing people program it differently, and that makes it difficult for me. It's just like that's not how I thought it worked, and then my brain expands a little. Okay. Okay, I can just do another. Yeah, I can do another if input is action just pressed jump. Because I assume I can have both. Is action just pressed jump? Jump buffer counter equals jump buffer time. If jump buffer counter is greater than 0. Man, this is just math, but like fun. I just realized. If jump buffer jump buffer counter equals. All right, no, if jump buffer counter is greater than 0. Yeah. Yeah, that's the greater than symbol. If jump buffer counter is greater than 0, jump buffer counter gets subtracted by 1. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to figure out what some of this means. I'm starting to figure out, and that's very cool. If ground buffer counter greater than 0 and is on floor. If jump buffer counter and is on floor. Awesome. I just saw an image I was sent. It was very funny. Is on floor. If jump buffer counter is greater than 0 and is on floor. So if the player character is on the floor. I almost forgot to add the colon. Velocity y equals negative jump force. Are you sure about? Oh yeah, no, because this is jump buffer, not air resistance. Velocity dot y equals negative jump force. Velocity dot y, which is the y-axis velocity, equals negative jump force. And jump buffer counter equals 0. Okay. It's not telling me that my code is wrong. It's not telling me that my code is wrong, which is great. But I do need to test it out. Okay, let's see as I go down. It seems like my jump is no longer working. I need to get rid of this line. Maybe. No. Is it the jump buffer counter? That's the issue here. Let me try that out. Let me see how that's working. No, it's really the negative jump force line. Okay. Okay, it looks like this individual uh just decided I'm gonna program different, and so their code works for them very well. It looks like it's working very well, and I'm very happy for them. But it's not working for me. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, so Y is the up and down axis. Did I put one of these symbols wrong somewhere? If jump buffer counter is greater than 0, then decrease it by 1. If jump buffer counter is greater than 0 and is on floor, velocity dot y equals negative jump force, which means that okay, which means that if when I'm on the ground, it's having a negative. Okay, it's having negative my jump force, so it's having it's gluing me to the ground. So that's why that didn't work. Okay, I forgot what I undid. Let me redo to feel it. That still works. This still works. The camera's still working. The acceleration is still working. Yeah, that's still working. That's still working and is good. Now 4 and 2 here, which is how it should be. Okay. Okay. Okay, the gravity makes sense. The hang time on the jump with gravity makes sense, so I'm going to add that to the jump. I'm going to add that to the jump section now. If ABS in parentheses dot y is less than 50. Then, where's the gravity? What's the gravity looking like? Alright, let's see. To find gravity, Godot 4. Okay, project settings under physics 2D default gravity. Project settings. Physics. Okay, default gravity is 980. Alright. Gravity times equals 0.95. Or any number I feel. Gravity times equals else. Gravity equals 980. Why is gravity not identified? Okay. It's the deep. It's. Current scope, Godot 4. But it has gravity. And it's telling me, get gravity. Okay, I just need to go var gravity, I guess. Wondering if Godot all uses that's not what I'm asking. I'm learning so much, and it's hmm, learning, learning. Very cool, very awesome. Problem is, the problem is that's not the learning that I need. That's my problem with this one tutorial person that I was following just earlier. They don't specify where they get the values, but this time for real. Okay, rigid body 2D. Is that what I added to? No, I added collision shape. Okay. Okay, things are a little funky. Okay. Okay. Okay, jump hang time. Oh, I need to. Oh, I need to learn. Oh, I need to learn Bool for that. Let me go to help and then no wrong. Godot for Bool. The bool is a built-in variant type that may only store one of two values, true or false. Okay, so bools are a yes or no question. Are they or are they not? Seems really relatively simple. Booleans can be directly used in if and other condition statements. All comparison operators return booleans, which are greater than or less than, or greater than or less than equals. As such, it is not necessary to compare booleans themselves. You do not need to add true or false. Booleans can be combined with the logical operators and or as well as not to create complex conditions. If bullet's greater than 0 and not is reloading, launch bullet. If bullet equals 0 or is reloading, play clack sound. Okay. Okay, and of course all of those need to be defined somewhere. So how do I do hang time with booleans? Okay, create two bool variables, is jumping and is hanging. Create a timer node and connect the timeout signal to your code. There's so much I need to figure out. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is great. This. Oh, I love this. It's been a while since I felt like I was learning this way about an art form. This feels wonderful. Okay, in your get gravity function. Actually, no, I skipped a bit on accident. In code that handles the jump input, after apply the jump velocity. Yeah, after you apply the jump velocity, set is jumping to true. Okay. Is your in your get gravity function? I skipped it again. Somewhere in your physics process, callback check if is jumping equals true and velocity dot y is greater than or equal to 0 if is set is jumping to false, is hanging to true. Okay, so I'm okay. In your get gravity function, check if is hanging equals true. If it is, return 0. Now timeout function set is hanging to false. Okay. Okay, you'll delay the starting of an action. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to understand. You see, I'm the understander. Okay, so I'm figuring things out. In your player code, create three variables, current hang time, max hang time, and something else. In the get gravity function, check if it's on zero gravity, but true, if it is, for sure it's zero. Okay. 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 I think that I'll figure this out later. And that I have done a wonderful, wonderful start. I'm going to save scene. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to save scene. I'm going to also save this scene. Uh, and project, do I need to save project? No, I just need to save the individual scenes in the project, because the project is a group of files. That is very awesome. That is very awesome and cool. I do kind of like the layout of all this. Like I said. So what I'm going to do, not so, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to just chatting. I'm going to stop the music now because my phone is about to die. And I kind of want to go take care of myself and then continue on this code because I'm starting to get to things that are a little more complicated. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. I'm very happy with this. I think I'm going to enjoy doing this. It feels like something I'm enjoying, and that is wonderful. That being said, I'm probably gonna head off now. I'm gonna do my funny, obligatory, like, ending read. Uh, I've been Bajongles. You can find me over on Bluesky and Tumblr at BigWare1. Uh, uh, username Bajongles. You'll know me by the same profile picture. You can also find me over here on Twitch, uh, at Bajongles1. Again, same profile picture. You can also find the VODs of these streams a week after they're live, on the YouTube channel Bajongles. Again, same profile picture. And I have a new announcement. I am going to be taking my experience doing game dev on stream here, and I'm going to make really short, like maybe 5 to 10 minute long videos of devlogs, of me going through my process of learning game dev on a new channel called Big Top Games. It does not have the same profile picture. It does though, and I'll show it in editing. When I edit this. The profile picture is my funny rabbit dude. Uh, in his head in front of a circus tent. I'm very excited to sort of share my game dev journey with everybody because it seems like an art form that I have not really explored too much, and it's been fun so far. It's really hooking me. Godot as an engine is very nice. It feels very premium. And that being said, That yeah, that being said, I've been Bajongles. You can find me on all the things I just said. And oh, hi. I was just about to head out. Yeah, I'm new to game dev. This is my first time doing game dev. Uh, I'm planning on doing game dev streams on Sundays for a while. Starting at noon. I'm happy to see you here. I'm also gonna be like, oh, doing devlog stuff on a channel. I'm very excited. Now that there's a new chatter, I feel like I need to show what I've done so far, so I'm gonna do so. Uh, there we go. It should be, and I open this up too. It should open this up. It should be there. There was a thing up here. Give me just a moment. I'm sort of new to this stuff happening. There we go. It should be up now. You can see on the top right, uh I'm working on a 2D platformer. Look at that. Uh this is all just stuff I've done today. I have jump, I have sprint, I have walk, I have acceleration, deceleration. I have a simple wall jump. It's really fun so far. It's really gripping me. Uh Something I'm gonna focus on like later today, probably off stream because it's more tedious than like a fun, entertaining stream, is I'm trying to figure out hang time so that like I hang in the air a bit at the top of my jump. So it's definitely coming along so far. I'm not exactly new to game dev. I am new to game dev, but this is not my first day necessarily. I know how to do top-down character movement, because I followed some tutorials on that like a year ago. And so like I know how to do that, but I'm learning a whole nother like perspective of game now. And it's super cool. Uh, yeah, if y'all would like to see my process of game dev, I'm streaming all this on Sundays. It does. I love GD script so far. I'm loving it so far. Like all this makes sense. All of this makes sense. It's just I'm trying to figure out um and maybe you can help with this actually. Uh like if you know something about game dev. I'm trying so it says get gravity here. And that makes sense, right? Get gravity makes sense. But if I just want to do the gravity value or not value, like the gravity and just have it. I need to set it as like I need to set it previously in the code, and I don't know how to set up like the default gravity into that so I can use it for my hang time because I need to like lower the gravity at the precipice so that it like stays in the air a little bit. That is something I'm kind of struggling with a little bit. Ah, yeah, congrats on starting. Uh, I was just I was just about to head out off stream when you joined. So like I don't know if you want to see more of me. I'd like to interact more. Again, I'll be streaming this again on Sundays at Pacific Standard Time. So I'm gonna just chatting and say like, I don't know, maybe follow or something. I big smile on my grin. Oh yeah, I've been looking up Coyote Time, but Hang Time is different. It's similar principle. I've heard from some people, but also otherwise from other people. I'm gonna be implementing Coyote Time because, like, of course, that's a very good quality feature. But hang time, I'm talking about like when somebody jumps at like the peak of their jump, like at the peak of the arc of their jump, it hangs. Oh shit! Thanks for the follow. Uh, like yeah, at like the precipice of the jump, they hang in the air a bit, and that gives it a better feeling, and also lets like gives people better air control and more time to like judge where they're gonna land. So I'm trying to add hang time before I add coyote time because I also need to figure out how to do moving platforms and stuff and things. Yeah, again, thank you so much for the follow. I'm gonna probably head out uh pretty soon. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm very awkward. I'm new to streaming. I only started in like January. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll catch y'all on the flip flop.